Hello, Master Gary Hernandez here. I wanted to do this quick video and talk about sparring gear. Now, the reason I'm doing this is I saw one of my newer students do something with their gear and I wanted to address it with them, and I figured this was a good opportunity to address this with a lot of people, especially if no one's really talking to their students about this. Now, as martial art instructors and school owners, we're always talking to our students about taking care of your uniform. Keeping it clean, keeping it pressed. There's a proper way to fold it and store it. And the same with their belts. It's a proper way to put away your belt. Don't just throw it all over the place. Well, that should go the same for their sparring gear. Now, sparring gear is very important. Every school has it. Every school sells it. Everybody uses it. There's many different kinds. We know that. But what I saw recently, and it was at our school, was, had everybody come out to spar, and I see people emptying their bags because they have, and there are so many different kind of bags, but they're emptying their bag, getting their equipment out. And I noticed that somebody didn't stow away their gear properly. And I saw, and you've probably seen this a dozen times, two pieces of gear stuck together. No big deal, right? But then you see people grab, and the first thing they do is they want to pull. Well, that's a bad thing to do, because what happens is you might be pulling and wanting to release that Velcro, but if you're not going to do it properly when you're pulling it, you're starting to pull and also tear up where the fabric's sewn together. And where this part here is basically just glued in. And what happens is once you tear and pull that, it's not very easy to glue back in. It's not going to last, and you end up with a piece of equipment that's torn. And as it gets used more, it's easier to do that. And I always tell them, when I see that, you need to don't just pull it, and don't hold it and pull it. Simply come up to where it's fastened, gently pull it away. No matter what, I see headgear stuck to hands, foot gear stuck to shins, and so on. How do you avoid that? Simple. Stow away your gear properly. Your parents or you are paying for this sparring gear. If you're an adult and you want to use it until it's too torn up to use anymore, as kids, obviously, they grow out of their gear faster, but you may want to pass it down to a sibling. So you want to take care of your gear, and here's a couple ways to do that. Number one, regardless of what the gear is, stow it away properly. Don't just toss it in all loose. Simply take your shin guards and act like they were being put on somebody. Velcro. Same thing. Foot gear. Don't just toss it in like that. You know that it's the foot gear that's the longest. It always catches something. Simply wrap it around and stow it away properly. Hand gear, same thing. Wrap it, stow it. Head gear, doesn't make a difference. Same thing. Don't just toss it in. Wrap it, secure it. That way they're not going to Velcro on top of each other. Doesn't matter. If it's boxing gloves, same thing. Take it and wrap it. Stow it in your bag. Understand something. As a student, I don't care if you're 5 or you're 55. It's your gear. You're in charge. When I have a student show up and says, "Oh, I don't know where my shin guard is," or it's not, I asked my mom, you know what? You're 10? It's not your mom's responsibility. It is yours. You pulled it out. You sparred with it. You stowed it. You put it away. You need to know where it's at. With that said, not only stow it away, but also clean it. Now, after sparring, you're sweating. You want to take it home, let it air out. Your bag. Depends what kind of bag you have also. Now, there's hundreds of different bags. Some bags have mesh, which allow better airflow. Some don't. You zip them up, they're closed, and if you don't air that bag out or put some powder in it once in a while, you smell like a men's locker room. It stinks. So you want to take care of your bag, keep that clean as well. Keep your gear clean. Take a cloth, warm water, dampen it, wipe your gear down. You don't have to put harsh cleansers. That's going to eat up the gear. Wipe it down. Keep it clean. Air it out. Keep it fresh. Spray it with Lysol once in a while. Same with your bags. Stow it in your bags. Boxing gloves. Same thing. Put some powder in there. You ever pull your hand out sometimes and you're ready to knock down somebody? You don't even have to hit them with the glove. Just wave it at them. Right. Put some powder in there. Keep everything clean. Take care of your equipment. Make it last. We know, usually in sparring equipment, the first thing unless you're outgrowing it, the first thing you tear up usually is your foot gear. Second thing usually you tear up is around the hand gear. Head gear and shins, they last a little longer. Shin guards, let me talk about that for a second. Don't throw away, especially with the younger people. If they outgrow their shin guard, tell them to keep it. Here's why. You could turn a shin guard into a great forearm shield. Starts to outgrow their shins, well, guess what? If you're into doing weapons, you're doing collie or something, it makes a great forearm shield also. Why not? You bought it, it's yours. Use it. Now you got a forearm shield if you're doing something to protect you. So you can utilize that shin guard when it gets smaller and use it as a forearm shield. They do sell forearm shields out there, don't get me wrong. But you can use it for more than just one thing. Equipment goes in your bag. Don't toss it in the back seat of a car or something. It's your equipment. When you show up, make sure you have it intact, okay? What should you have? Standard sparring equipment. Most schools have foot gear, shin guards, hand gear, helmet, mouthpiece, cup. Some schools have chest guards, a hoagie. How do you put your gear on? That's another thing. I have some people that take them so long to put the gear on. Best way to put your gear on, obviously, boys, put your cup on first. They do make female cups also. You can get with your parents on that one, but put your cup on first. Second thing you want to put on is your foot gear. Then you want to put your shin guards on. Then you're going to put your headgear and you're going to put your mouthpiece in, and then you're going to put your hand guard on. If you have a chest guard, you put that on, somebody will help tie it down. So take care of your equipment and it will be there for you. So that's just some helpful tips, and I hope it does help, and start taking care of your gear. Master Gary Hernandez, and thank you.